Well, good morning, everyone. If you're here, please share and let me know in a comment that you're here. And if you share, I will choose one person to receive the card that we make today, that I make today. So I'm going to share with you the Elegant Pines Snowflake Suite. I can't talk. So it comes with this stamp set. It's called Delicate Pines, and it has these beautiful pine bough snowflakes. And the snowflakes in the designer series paper is made from pine boughs. And I think it's so unique. So this is the paper, and as you can see, I'll show you one of the big pieces that has the snowflakes. So this would make a wonderful scrapbooking page for winter scenes. But as you can see, all of these snowflakes are made from pine boughs. Isn't that cool? And then it's got some really nice, I won't show you the whole thing because you can see it online, but it is beautiful paper. And I've really enjoyed working with it. And then as part of the suite, then there is the 7/8 inch shaded spruce and gold trimmed ribbon. And also these faceted snowflake stars. And they come in cherry cobbler, pretty peacock, and clear. And I did use some on one of my samples. And then the other thing is, well, I guess that's it. So it's just a gorgeous, a really gorgeous set. Oh, I was going to show you the dies. Here's the dies. That's one thing I wanted to show you. So these dies can be used to cut out some of the snowflakes. So this one, this one, this one, this one, you can actually cut out from the paper. And that's what I did a lot of. I really like that. And so it's fun. And here's some of the other dies. There's pine cone and there's pine boughs, and these are boughs that you can put on, and they go clear across the, they would go clear across this one. So you could cut these out and then put them between, and it really is pretty. And I have some samples to show that. So anyway, that's the dies and the stamp set and all that's in this wonderful, let me get this stuff over here. So this is the card that we're doing, and when you open it up, it's a gatefold card, and these are easy to make, really, really easy to make. So I'm going to show you how to score that and make it a gatefold card. So I'll start out with the measurements. We have pretty peacock cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 2 1/8 on each side. So if you do 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, but I just turn it around and do 2 1/8 on each side because I'm too lazy to pull out the arm for 6 3/8. But you can do that too. I'm just kind of lazy that way. And then we have 2 pieces that will go on the side, the front panels, and these are the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Designer Series paper, and they're cut 5 3/8 by 2 inches, and you'll need 2 of those. And then for the front panel, I cut out using the Spotlight on Nature dies and Garden Green cardstock. So that's that. And then I used, for the next layer, I used some of the Designer Series paper. And isn't that pretty? And this is the pretty peacock, and it's 2 3/8 inch punch that I punched out, and that fits right in the Spotlight on Nature. And then I cut out 2 of the dies from the Designer Series paper. And then for the inside, we have basic white cardstock, as usual, 5 1/4 by 4. And then also one of the 4 inches by 1/2 inch to go down here. So that is the Designer Series paper. So let's get started. Oh, and the warmest winter wishes. I love that that sentiment from this set. I've used it a ton. So I'm going to start by scoring the cardstock. Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining. Good to see you on here. So we're going to, this is a gatefold, and so a gatefold, you score it at 2 1/8. And 2 1/8 is, this is the 2-inch mark, and then there's a 16th and then an 1/8. So it's this, the longer one that's closest to the 2-inch mark. So 2 1/8 by on each side, 2 1/8, and I'll just turn it and do 2 1/8 again. Or I could do it at 6 3/8. That's the other mark, but it means pulling this out and trying to figure out which of the 8s is over there. So this is easier for me. So we're going to score this. Hi, Beth. Thanks for joining. Good to see you this morning. So this is a gatefold card. This is the card we're doing if you didn't see it before, and it's a gatefold card. So we're going to score this, and these meet in the middle. And I score it really good so it will stay down. So there's that. Now I'm going to adhere the 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, which is the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Designer Series paper. And these will go right on here. So I'll add some seal. And you know, you don't really need to add a ton of seal. Just, I do the 4 corners and sometimes the middle, depending on how much use it gets. But that's what I do. Save it. So I'm just doing the corners, and then this will go right here. And now we will build our centerpiece, and well, maybe I'll put the inside together first. So I'm adding a strip of 4 by 1/2 inch, and I cut it so I got the center. That was not really planned. I just did it, and I cut it and actually had it turned over, and it came out with the snowflake in the center. So I love that. And I'm going to add this to the inside of the card. And that goes in there. Yeah, I agree, Rebecca. So now I'm going to build my centerpiece. So the first thing I'm going to do is add this piece, which is the back of the dark piece of the Designer Series paper. And I'm going to add that. This is a Spotlight on Nature cut with Garden Green. Garden Green and Pretty Peacock go together really nice. And then I cut these 2 out of the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to add this to the center right here. And I'm actually going to use I'm going to cut a really small piece of Stampin' Dimensional and make that set up. So I'm just going to add just a tiny piece in the center, and then this will go in right here. And then we're going to put this, but I'm going to put it flat because I am going to put the sentiment over it. So I'm going to put it flat, and that will go right in there. And then my sentiment is here somewhere. Well, I'll just go ahead and put this on, and then I'll find it. So I can do it this way. I like that. I think that's great. So the one thing to remember is don't put dimensionals on all around it. Just put it on the side. You could actually put it right on the paper, but I'm just going to add 3 dimensionals and add them right here because, you know, if you put it on all of it, it won't open. So it's going to go right there. There. Really, oh, there's my sentiment right there. So this is going to go over here, kind of hide that piece right there, but that's okay. You could put it anywhere. You could even put it inside, but I kind of like it on the front. And I stamped this in Pretty Peacock, and it's the warmest winter wishes. And then I actually cut these. I should show you how to do that. I don't know if I have any paper here though. Oh, I'll just use a piece of paper. So if you're cutting, let's say I cut this out. And so I'm going to cut this and I'm going to stamp it. And then I want this, I want to angle those. So I cut that side off. And then I transfer this over to this end and I turn it so it's the same. And then I just cut that. So you'll get an even cut every time. Sometimes my eyes don't follow through and I don't really, so I just cut this off here and then you've got the same angle. So just a tip. I like to give tips as I go along, and I found that really helpful because I couldn't ever get them straight. So there is the card, and that is it. Very, very quick and easy, but wouldn't that be fun to receive that in the mail? So this is the one card, and of course I have more. So I'm going to show you all that I made. This is using silver, and isn't that just gorgeous? I hope you can see that really well. So this is, I stamped these in Versamark and put the silver embossing powder and embossed them. So I have this one, and these are the 3 stamps that I used. So I used this one, and this one. So this is the larger one, the next one, and then the smaller one. And I embossed them all in with silver. And then behind it, I showed you that one long die. I cut that out and I used the Peaceful Garden glimmer paper, which is silver. So I cut that and then I cut 3 of them and put them on like that to back up the ad. So I think that's beautiful. And then I used some of our rhinestone jewels for to just add to the look. So I think that is beautiful. This one is using I have to take my thing out. Thank you, Rebecca. So this is the Peaceful Greenery embossing folder. So you can see this embossing folder around here. And then it also has that Peaceful Greenery has 2 dies, and I cut out a frame. And then this one I cut that out from the paper. Let's see, did I? Yes, I cut that out from the paper. And then I added some of those flat snowflake looking things. I think that is beautiful. I took a sponge dauber and just sponged around the edge so that would really pop it up. So I think that turned out beautifully. And then this one is the space. So it stands, it's open. You cut out this piece, and I will have this on my blog, so you will have all the measurements eventually. But you cut out this piece, and then you cut off a piece, and then you fold them together, hold them together with and I stamped this from this. I stamped it in Pretty Peacock, and then because I wanted it to be really kind of solid, I actually stamped a single one without anything, and I put that on the back. So it's just a clear white one, a plain white, basic white, and then I added that to it because I knew it would get quite a bit of wear and tear, so it will stay. And then I used dimensionals to pop it up. So that is a fun card. It's called the Blank Space card or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And I used these that are the stars, and I used the cherry cobbler ones to give it some, because there's cherry cobbler down in here. So that one. And then this one is using the ribbon, and this is the shaded spruce. And I used the ribbon, and then I used some of the Druzy gold gems, and I just think they just bring it out. You know, they add so much. And just stamped that, cut it out with the die, and did the Celebrate the Season, which is also in the stamp set, which is this, Celebrate the Season. And my last one, I really like. This is using the Peaceful Greenery in the Blueberry Bushel. It's called Blue, but it matches Blueberry Bushel. And there is a wreath. It's called Traditional Wreath 3D Embossing Folder. That is coming up on November 4th. So this is the wreath, and it's kind of hard to see. And believe it or not, my Wink of Stella, and I had like 4 of them, and they're all dry. And I could add some rubbing alcohol to them to refresh them a little bit, but I didn't take the time to do that. But this is the wreath, and then I cut this big die out using that Blueberry Bushel. So I just think that turned out just gorgeous. So I hope that was something that you liked, and somehow I lost my, can't find my, hang on. There, I'm sorry, I lost it. Thank you, Lori. I know those embellishments are that one. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your comments. I really have fun doing this. I really do. So here are the cards again if you want to take a screenshot or whatever. And these are the one, this is the one I made, and these are the extra ones. I actually couldn't hardly stop because it was so fun making these. So here are the cards. And I made 1, 2, 5, 6 with the original one. So I just love this suite, and I like the silver one too. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, these are beautiful, beautiful cards. So please share this, and if you didn't comment, thank you for coming if you're watching, and so you can always go back and look at the back. I will share the measurements down below. And one little quick thing, that we just have 3 days left. Well, until the 31st is the join special. And if you have any, let's say you have a bundle that maybe this bundle you'd like to buy, if you just pay $35, you can get $90 extra. So you pay $35 and it's $125 that you can choose. So you could get a couple of bundles or just a lot of products. So if you're interested in joining, you don't have to do anything. You don't need to do what I do. You can just get the 20% discount. You can let it go. You have until the end of March before you need to make your minimum, which is $300. It's the first full quarter, and so this quarter is a third almost gone. So you don't have to do anything. You can let it go at the end of March. Buy your supplies 20% off. So if you're interested, let me know, and I will actually put up a join link that you can join, and I would love to have you join under me. So have a great day, and I hope you all stay warm, or wherever you are. I hope your weather is good as ours is. Thank you, Diane, for sharing. Have a great day.